Hey, how's it going? I'm Nuclear Prez and this is Alpha Protocol, and this is just a quick intro to say that this is a very dialogue heavy episode today, so I'm going to get on with the video and I hope you enjoy.
You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
Maybe it's their training that's in question, not mine.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the tech portion of the test. Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers. Mina's report on your weapon skill was impressive. In fact, I think you outperformed many of the guards, and it's your first day.
She's a good teacher.
She is, and she has a good eye for potential. I'll let her know your opinion. And here's a surprise, a positive evaluation from Parker. On the number side as usual, but he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did?
Wow. A whole sentence.
What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise. Assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered.
Action.
Usually we have to ask.
You ever had an intern position at a government agency?
I have.
Need I say more? All my exercise was moving papers from desk to desk. I'm here to do work, not sit back and manage it. I want to be out where the action is. I want to make a difference.
What makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in.
I'm going to use the recruit dialogue for this one.
Me.
I get an opinion? Or is that a rhetorical question?
All right, let me be more specific. Beyond the guns, tech, and sneaking around in the dark, there's one last part of this job that nobody else here quite gets.
I'm listening.
Good, because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude. That's what we're going to discuss now.
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something wrong with how I deal with people?
No, believe it or
I am
not,
a moron.
you're not here because you're a people person. You're here because your psych profile says you're skilled at manipulating others.
Was that a compliment?
You'll see. The way you project yourself definitely affects what people think of you, and your reputation with them.
So, this is a win friends and influence people lecture.
Hardly. Turning a friend into an enemy and vice versa. Well, both can have their positives. Sometimes you want to piss someone off, so they can't think straight.
Yeah, see,
Other times you want to build a strong
telling you about
rapport
the
with
dialogue
someone
and I
and
love
talk
the
you out of a
dialogue.
bad
It's
situation.
just so good.
All depends on your objective.
There's not
This
many
goes
games
for
that
your
came
handlers as well.
close to this one at the
We're going to
time.
be sending you into a lot of dangerous places, and your only backup is going to be who you're talking to on your headset. How you treat them is going to have an effect on the success of your mission.
So if I piss them off, I'm screwed?
No. A handler that likes you too much and puts emotions before the mission can be just as dangerous as one who resents you.
This is a long way of telling me that I should just act the way I want. I didn't realize this was an acting gig.
No, again, there are no bad choices, just results. Over time, folks may hear about you and your attitude before they meet you. They may have a preconceived notion of how you're going to treat them, which can affect their reaction.
Well, maybe they should take the time to know the real me.
If only. Time's something no one seems to be able to spare, especially during a conversation.
We'll be pro.
Although that can be a plus.
If I need a breather to assess the situation, right?
The clock doesn't stop when you're speaking to someone. So if you need to get your second win before a fight, making small talk can buy you time.
But if I'm running on adrenaline, won't chatting take me off my guard?
It can. So if you need to get to the point, act instead of fight. For example, if you don't think I have any more to teach you, then you could just say, I'm done with this. I wouldn't think any less of you. You seem to have the basics down.
Why wouldn't I just shoot someone instead of talking to them?
Sometimes it is better if you shoot first. Still, approaching someone to talk to them can allow you to get the drop on them if you get close enough to strike. Use it if you have to, if the conversation isn't going your way.
Yeah, see, you
Assuming
can
there's even a way you want the conversation to go.
use
how do I know
dialogue
how
to
someone wants
distract
to be
people.
treated?
Say you need
At
to
least enough to
kill some
cooperate.
time before
If that's what you
reinforcements
want to
or
do, pay
something.
attention to the clues in your environment. Sometimes people
You
will
can
have
use the
advice,
dialogue
and
to
intel can
prolong
help.
that time.
There's another way.
Keep yourself out of a
Read
fight.
much?
Well, I read the recruiting pamphlet. Got me this far.
There's a host of information out there through dossiers, email,
No,
and other
see again,
documents that
reading
represent total
about
research
your
others have
enemy
collected
allows you
on a
to
target, organization,
figure out
or
what they
operation.
hate, what they like.
And what does that get me?
Allows you to do the right dialogue
Sometimes
options.
you'll spot obvious triggers. People who don't respond well to smartasses, like me. Others who respect loyalty, duty, a professional approach. Others who don't have time for bullshit and like it when you get to the point. But dossiers just don't contain psych information. They'll usually have combat information on your target as well. What side they favor, any past injuries, common weapons or tactics they use. Some of it blunt, some of it subtle. But if push comes to shove, it can give you an edge in combat. The more you've done your homework, the more vulnerable they'll be.
Makes sense to me. I'd rather get a firefight.
See, if you can figure out someone has a leg injury,
Amen to that.
history,
Our records are complete, so use
Then
them when you have downtime.
you can use that to your advantage.
Dossiers on everyone here?
Yep.
Really, really
you might learn a few
detailed
things.
feature, and it's why this
Sometimes
game
reading a
took so
dossier
long
will
for them
give
to
you more
make.
options when dealing with others. A few facts to bring up to shake secrets loose.
What about you?
You should already know what makes me happy, Mike, and what pisses me off.
How do I know when I have the go-ahead to start accessing files?
After meeting a target or hearing their name referenced by someone else, you should have a target ID. Then hop onto the database and start doing your homework. You can usually unlock their basic information at that point. Let's start with a simple one. Al-Samad. That should be familiar to you.
The terrorist group.
Yes, you can research groups as well as people. It doesn't carry the same benefits, but it can provide useful intel in the field. Talking to people about others is a good way to help gain dossier information. Sometimes people will have information on someone that can unlock a brand new thread in your computer search.
Okay, so I've suffered through your interrogation. You know how to give one if need be. Am I ready or not?
We'll see. Meet me in the command center, and I can give you a proper mission briefing.
Good, because I'm sick of this room.
Trust me, Mike. If it was up to me, you'd never see this interrogation cell again.
Yep, so basically the game just taught me there about the fact that there's a lot of details that you have to remember, and I'll probably end up missing them because of the commentary.
The voice of Al-Samad. They say he was responsible
I
for
try to
shooting down
minimize the
airline
commentary
employees.
during dialogue for obvious reasons, but it is a very dialogue-heavy game, so I'm not going
A
to
missile with a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder.
just leave it
That
go.
airliner was his first target.
But how did Shahid get his hands on that missile?
Missiles. He's got more. He stole them from Halbeck, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger-happy. Then we want you to kill him.
I'm curious.
You know where he is.
No, but that'll be part of your mission in the Middle East. Find the missiles, then find him and take him out.
You don't want him taken alive.
If he cooperates, sure, bring him in. On the off chance he tries to kill you, then put a bullet in his head.
I'll put my years in charm school to use.
All right, then, pack your gear. You're
Yep,
heading to
we're
Saudi
going to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit, and on video and radio when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well, I'm gonna miss this place.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.
Now, I don't know if they actually did implement it, I can't remember. But there was a time, I believe they wanted to get everything involved, like the appearance. Like if you're in Saudi Arabia, it was better to have a beard. And stuff like that. I don't know if that's implemented, it might be. Or maybe I'm just overestimating the game. After awakening medical facility surrounded by armed guards, Agent Thornton was put through a rigorous screening process. Agent Thornton was not notified of the test. After a brief introduction to the facility, Thornton was instructed to attend orientation on the use of gadgets, espionage and infiltration tactics, and basic weapon use. Bonus objective: he excelled at the weapons range. He apparently ran the weapons course again after his score was calculated. Due to an unspecified mission misfire on the range, Agent Darcy was hit and injured. He is still recovering. See, these objective things, these green ones, they are things which get remembered. Right, Sean Darcy reports that Thornton is fully cleared for technical operations and notes that his use of his gadgets was inventive. Run around like a crazy headless chicken and just throw them randomly and hope for the best. Because that was terrible, that run, I gotta be honest. There are apparently several injuries due to a miscommunication in training schedules. Several guards were slated to begin the course at the same time as Agent Thornton, as a result, suffered various injuries. Alan Parker cited that Agent Thornton's score was one of the best in some time, while expressing some skepticism at his lack of experience. His test improved positive, or promising, I should say. He vanished for a short time during the espionage orientation, and he claims that he noticed nothing out of the ordinary. Obviously, that was where I went to get the file for him. A psychiatric evaluation was given to Westridge. Agent Thornton meets the psychological profile required for tracking down and missing Halbech missiles and dispatching Sheikh al-Shahid. New operation gained, Desert Spear.
Care to explain how Halbech lost its missiles?
Old news. An accounting error.
Accounting error. Remember what Parker said about accounting?
Did you?
Angry, Mr. Thornton? Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia.
Right. So we are going to Saudi Arabia.
Mike, can you read me? I'm getting lots of interference.
Reading you loud and clear. Where can I find Shahid?
It's a little more complicated than that. It's going to require some groundwork and lots of it.
I'm here, give me the mission!
See, you're eager to get started. Finding Shahid is your primary objective. Trouble is, we don't know his location, but we have 3 leads.
Right.
An arms dealer, Nasri, is believed to have sold the missiles to Shahid, and he's currently operating in Saudi Arabia. If you can intercept him, maybe he can tell you where Shahid
Intel.
is, or guide you to the missiles.
Do we have anything else on Nasri?
Nothing more than what's in his dossier. If you can manage to make any contacts and find out more, we'd welcome it.
Okay.
We also tracked down the location of an airfield Shahid used in the past. If you can sneak in and plant a listening device, we may be able to track flights Shahid is using to move through Saudi Arabia.
And the third lead?
We've got the coordinates of an Al-Samad detention camp, also used as a stockpile for weapons.
Full assault.
We suspect the missiles may be stored there.
Why are we playing around? Why not send in the troops and storm the place?
We need to make sure the missiles aren't armed. If they are, our aerial assault will be one of the shortest flights in history. We'll want you to go in alone, recon the area,
Right.
and shut down their radar and communications. Once that's down, we can call in air support.
I'm gonna try and get better at sneaking,
No pressure.
obviously.
And no backup. Get used to it. It's the job. You check out your new home yet? It's got some perks you might be interested in.
Guns.
Anything beyond the weapons locker?
Thought that might hold your attention.
Ooh, he trusts me.
Anything else?
A computer with a hub connection
He
so fast
likes
you'll
the
feel like
fast
you're going
the
back
fact
in
that I have a
time.
gun.
What, to the Stone
I
Age?
like the guns.
Please.
You can do dossier research, encrypted emails, and if need be, access some of the weapons dealers in the area. That'll be done on your own dime, however, using whatever funds you can find in Saudi Arabia.
Understood.
I understand, sir. We wouldn't want Alpha Protocol tied to any weapons trafficking in the Middle East.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The weapons locker you already found, help yourself to what's inside. Just be sure to choose the ammo and armor you think suits the mission. When you're ready to head out, just use the front door, or access the missions from the main terminal. I'll have already uploaded all the mission specs to your PDA. You can review them at any time.
Alright, so is that it?
Now, as you can see,
Westridge. Great.
one of the things you could see there is that, level up. One of the things you can see is that the dialogue is fluid. It's not like you can just use the one type of dialogue for every conversation with that person. It's not going to work. Because if you do that, then you're just going to end up in the shit. Because they don't respond well to certain things. Like Westridge, for example, he doesn't mind that you're kind of forward, but he doesn't like you to be an idiot. He wants you to be smart about things. Where Mina prefers you to be a professional. Constantly. Maybe. Right, so we gain some perks as well, doing all that stuff. Intel discount for Saudi missions, gadget discount, weaponry discount, and discount all purchases. Testing the waters. Kept your target guessing. You've attempted being suave, professional, and aggressive in the same conversation. Gives you a point. See, there are different points for different things. Obviously, there's no right way to go about it, and that's one of the things I truly love about this game. Medical bills have been 52 grand. Jesus. Okay, so, as you can see, this is our house in Saudi Arabia. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Just gonna have a quicker look around. Alright, I'm gonna customize Thornton. Gonna do the necessary thing for Saudi Arabia. And a hat. You want a hat. There we go. We're going to customize Thornton throughout the different missions based on where he is, I think, just for a bit of fun. This is the mission computer. There we have emails. Yada yada yada. Swipe, steal, supplies. Speaking of stealing, contact mine US government dug up some slush fund. Keep an eye on any other funds they can find during your missions. So in other words, look for money. So download the money. Cash. 10 grand. Thank you, Mina. Cover email. Don't worry. Got an email. Reply. Professional. Thanks for the warm welcome. Glad to be part of the team. Thanks if you want to stay in touch with someone, I'll meet them in person. Great, now we can print Cyberman multicultural operation, yada blah blah blah. Professional. She likes pros. As you can see, it ups your reputation with her. Don't need to reply to that one. Darcy. Aside from that, should be simple mission, just follow my lead, kick ass, take names, save the world, and you'll be home in time for a trip to the titty bar. Good hunting. Thank you, Mr. Darcy. Have you visited the clearinghouse yet? Well, make sure you've patched. When you log in, see what's for sale. So in other words, go to... Yeah, see, all this gives you information. I'm not going to read this on the video stream. We're not streaming. Should I stream? That would be cool. I don't know if my computer can handle it. But yeah, you can go to the clearinghouse. Here you can buy different weapons. You can then customize them as well. This is probably the coolest part of the game in one sense, but the dialogue for me is probably my favorite. But if you want to have a shotgun, you can customize the crap out of it, you can. Or you can get different armor for different style of incursion. Go full stealth. Go tactical. You also have different thingy gadgets. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, my brain just kind of went. You can also buy intel. Intel is kind of necessary. If I buy all these, there we go. They'll give us bonus objectives in the missions. If we can perform those objectives, we get much more reward. Sound dampening. Now see, one of the things, you can walk around your normal outfit, it's actually got the best sound dampening of the lot. But obviously it can't protect you. Where, for example, utility armor can protect you, and tactical armor can protect you, but it's louder to move around in. But then you can upgrade them. You see, you reduce stealth if you put on reinforced joints, or, different things do different abilities. So one of the great things about this game is the customization. Well, the upgrade. I never call customization the same thing as upgrading, because to me, customization is when you can change things that doesn't affect stats. If it does affect stats, to me that's upgrading. I'm going to buy myself a pistol, maybe. Can't afford the top pistol yet. We're going to go for the 9mm. And if there is a... Trank rounds are sold out, but we do have some trank rounds already. Steel core increases damage and armor penetration, but reduces recoil control. Basic sights increases accuracy. Pistol barrel increases stability. I think we automatically gain a suppressor, so... Let's see, the vented pistol action increases the recoil control, but it reduces the damage output. I could buy a couple of different guns. I'm gonna buy a shotgun as well, I think. Just for those situations where I know that I'm gonna screw up on stealth. And we're gonna get some SWAT armor for now, just to have something to wear. That should be able to get ammo as well. Can't buy phosphorus. You're just gonna get about, say, 100, and then about 100 pistol. Shouldn't need that much, but first aid kit as well. Mimic. Yeah, that allows you to call off an all clear. If the alarm goes off, you can kind of go, no, nothing going on, and you can just use the mimic to switch it off, and then obviously distract people with sounds, mines, traps, upgrade kits, and so on and so on. But yeah, we have access to the computer, done all the emails. Okay. Whoop. See, different all these different emails are basically intel for all the missions. I'm going to read these in my own time, just so that I know what's going on for the next mission. Open my weapons locker. Check that out. Armor. So you can wear this armor, or you can wear casual attire for obvious sneaky reasons, because you don't want to walk down the standard street in SWAT armor. It's good endurance, the interceptor body armor, but it is noisy. We're gonna go for SWAT armor. Can't put any mods on because I haven't bought any. Right, and for the first weapon we're going to have a pistol. Standard issue with balanced traits, or the new gun that I have is less damaging, but it has got a silencer and stuff. I'm going to leave this video here now, actually. Before the start of the main game itself. We've gone through all the tutorial, we've done all the necessary crap, and now we can actually get into the game itself. I hope that you're enjoying this series. I know that was a bit of a slow starter because of the long tutorial.
In Washington today, Senator Patrick Darcy unveiled
But
legislation aimed at
I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. So take care.
The People Over Rich Corporations Act, or PORC Act, would prohibit lobbyists from contributing to election campaigns and require anyone affiliated with a corporation to stay 500 feet or more away from any member of the legislative branch.
Opponents of the bill have labeled it a draconian offense against free speech and so laughably unenforceable as to render it a farce. Senator Darcy had no comment for INN News. Should American businesses be compensated if conflict arises in Asia? Legislation being discussed on Capitol Hill would assist with relocation costs for operations based in countries considered hostile to the United States. Detractors in both parties have attacked the bill as a massive bailout for companies that have outsourced American jobs. China and India are the largest destinations for offshore operations, with everything from manufacturing to software development being produced overseas for American businesses. Tensions continue to rise in the Far East as Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's independence rally approaches. The controversial politician has the Chinese government worried that he will formally declare independence, an action that would almost certainly lead to war.
High-level White House sources have told INN News that, should China attempt to forcibly block a Taiwanese move for independence, the U.S. Navy will take, quote, any and all measures to prevent Chinese aggression.
Meanwhile, the president, on a goodwill tour of Africa, issued a statement urging all parties to remain calm and rational, and to let diplomacy prevail.